There's something about the genre of analog horror that's special. It's that intimate feeling you get when you get all cozy, turn all the lights off, and are staring straight into a piece of media that's designed to subvert expectations and terrify you. There's really no other feeling like it, and many of the scares that I've gotten from series like this have been absolutely effective. That late night, isolated, quiet feeling of dread that was brought upon us by Local 58 has inspired a firestorm of other horror projects that have all given their own creative spin on the formula. And surprisingly, I'm still blown away at how creepy some of these can be. Enter a channel named Gooseworx. Primarily focused on animations and music, their work is admittedly pretty damn impressive. Surprisingly though, on the 6th of February 2020, Goose would upload an outlier. A curious little video named Blue Channel Dallison. While initially appearing to be a relaxed, laid-back public access commercial, things here are not at all what they seem. As a matter of fact, this video is one of the more disturbing pieces of media that I've ever seen, because if you aren't expecting it, certain things get you, and they get you good. It's not jump scares or anything, but you'll see. To understand the context for Blue Channel, we need to back all the way up to October 15th of 2018. On that day, Goose would upload this video called The Blue Channel, seemingly out of nowhere. Visually, it hardly resembled their other work, so it stuck out like a sore thumb. But that's not to say that their audience didn't appreciate its weirdness. The video is 3 minutes and 11 seconds long and simply shows this blue VHS screen with the text blue overlaid onto it. A song plays and not much seems to happen, although the tension is excruciatingly abundant. When we jump to the end, however, we can observe the video glitch out while this strange SCP-looking creature reveals itself within these distortions. It's brief, but it seems that the takeaway here is that something's off with this Blue Channel stunt that Goose is pulling here. And to be honest, I wouldn't fault you for assuming that this is just a one-off video back when it came out. Given that it was nothing like their other content, it would make sense. However, over a year later, they'd release yet another video in the same vein, named Deep Blue. This one is 8 minutes and 41 seconds long and is highly reminiscent of the former. However, embedded into this video are hidden messages, like, "You don't belong here," and "I don't belong here." I'll admit, it's a different type of horror, this one, that I haven't really seen expanded upon by many others lately. That kind that leaves your mind to wander, to see things that might not be there, and to fill in the gaps that the video's leaving for you. At the end of this one, we can see that long neck SCP creature once more, who claims that "you let us in." They menacingly stare at us for a few seconds before the video ends. So clearly something's up with Blue Channel. What we initially assumed to be a one-off video by Goose had turned into yet another that seemed to slightly expand on the ideas that were presented in the first episode. Within this series, so far, we have this broadcast channel that centers around the blue VHS screen. Within the Blue Channel universe, someone is trying to get a message across, but at this point we're unsure of who exactly that is. Perhaps it is that alien creature that we've seen in both episodes. Or maybe it's someone that we haven't encountered yet.
You or a loved one are suffering from any of the following symptoms: lack of feeling, emotional outbursts, fog of the mind, or memory loss. This may be a sign of onset AED. Or advanced emotional deterioration. Today, 7 in 10 people over the age of 21 report experiencing emotional degradation severe enough to hinder everyday tasks, such as workplace performance, social interaction, and general well-being. Emotional stability is required for a functional and healthy mind. Correcting AED used to require rigorous testing and invasive procedures, costing time, effort, and money. Today, the solution is Thalesson.
On the 6th of February 2021, Goose would upload the third entry into the Blue Channel saga, called Thalesson. As we can see, this one's an infomercial that's advertising a product to combat a condition known as AED, or Advanced Emotional Deterioration. According to the narrator, 7 in 10 people suffer from AED, which is a pretty hefty ratio, and for all we know, shit, you could have AED without even knowing it. Hey, it's a good thing you're watching this though. Maybe you can be next in line to get you some Thalesson. Anyway, the video then discusses how effective Thalesson is at restoring lost emotion before touting patient reports, claiming that they'd experienced higher, more consistent emotional quality after their first few doses of the drug. Soon after, we then learn that it's not a one-size-fits-all type of pill, since there are variants for each type of emotion that you'd be seeking to restore.
Included in every pack of Thalesson are these common emotions: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, and relief. Also, look out for over-the-counter options such as jealousy, hope, frustration, and pride. Strangely though, the commercial then shows available emotions that are less than desirable, like jealousy, frustration, and nervousness. I'm not entirely sure why you'd want to experience these things, but hey, it's there if you want it, I guess. Anyway, about midway into the video, we can observe a glitch before the video pivots from focusing on medical usage to recreational. Are you tired of experiencing natural emotions? The video asks. Before we observe the following. Cutting-edge brain mapping technology has not only allowed us to refine existing emotions, but has also allowed for the creation of new emotions and emotional experiences. With Thalesson Plus, experience emotions beyond previous natural capabilities. These new emotions include degrance, humber, nage, dorselessness, andric, veronation, pawnish, hard, trantiveness, teluge, mric. To experience the power of Thalesson, call the number on your screen now before supplies run out. I don't know what it is, but something about that last half never fails to get me. So here, we observe the effects of Thalesson Plus, an expansion to the base drug designed to help you experience emotions that were previously not naturally possible. We were able to initially observe degrance, which seems to be the most normal of the bunch. To me, this seemed to serve as mental conditioning, giving us something to relate to before slightly making things weirder with humber, an emotional state that still appears relatable, yet a bit uncanny. This point's taken even further with nage, something that appears to be an overly forced state of happiness. Too happy, like it's inhuman. It's here when we begin to realize that something is off, yet due to the speed at which the video progresses, we don't have enough time to process that. And then we see dorselessness, a shrouded, deformed, rotting state of being, with one eye staring back at us to signify that this person, or thing, is alive. And then we're shown a few others: andric, veronation, and pawnish, the inhuman variants that exhibit warped faces and are not physically possible. Yet, while this point's so, we're still able to make out the shape of the head, which allows that sliver of relatability to remain, and at the same time, driving the level of uncanniness to that of total repulsion. It's here where fight or flight kicks in,
And this is what makes this video so disturbing. From Harfam onwards, the idea of the human becomes so heavily twisted and deformed that we now accept that what we're looking at is something that isn't part of the world as we understand it. It's alien, and given the prior context about Blue Channel, we're able to assume that something not only hijacked this station, but are now putting forth infomercials to get you to buy something that just might change you, that might suck the life out of you, leaving you as nothing but a shell of what you thought you were. Blue Channel is brief. I won't deny that, but it provides a sense of uneasiness and dread that I couldn't pass up on covering. The short narrative that Gooseworx has crafted with this miniseries is incredible, and I can't wait to keep up with future installments if there ever are any. In the meantime though, I'll be taking my Thalassen. Loric, to be exact. Yeah, I need some of that in my life. And hey, maybe you might too. I wanted to thank all of you that are here for joining me in this first episode of Nexpo After Hours. This channel will be centered on covering much smaller mysteries at a higher release rate than the main Nexpo channel. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see where this goes. There are tons of ideas I've got in mind for this, and I'm psyched to put them in motion. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. I love you all. And good night.